Welcome back to Cruise Insurance and Financial. My name is Tim. I'm your guide today regarding today's topic. Today's topic is liability insurance. Many different ways that liability insurance can cover you on your insurance policies. However, today we're just going to talk about the two ways that liability insurance pertains to auto insurance and home insurance. So before we begin, I just want to let you know that liability insurance covers five things. And it's always the other person's pain and suffering, medical bills, loss of wages, funeral expenses, and attorney's fees. That's what liability covers. So it's always the other person, right? So as we're looking at liability insurance and how it pertains to auto insurance, think about when you pull up your auto policy and you'll see three numbers. You'll see in Colorado, the minimum required insurance is $25,000, $50,000, and interestingly enough, those are the two numbers that are the limits for your insurance, meaning the $25,000 number, that is the maximum that the insurance will pay out on your behalf if you get into an accident. And that's what you'll have to pay for the other person's pain and suffering, medical bills, loss of wages, funeral expenses, and attorney's fees. That second number is if there's more than one person involved in the accident. So guess what? Let's say that you have the state limits in Colorado, which is $25,000, $50,000. Let's say you get into an auto accident. What happens if we reach more than $50,000 or we need more than that? Who do you think pays that difference? You guessed it, the consumer and the client. So my job as an agent is to help us be aware of what those numbers look like, what's recommended, and then also how much does it cost? Believe it or not, it's a nominal amount to go from the minimum state requirements up to a higher limit, like let's say 100,000, 300,000, or 250, 250,000, 500,000. And the reason we look at those numbers is because they help offer you more protection. When we add a little endorsement called uninsured motorist, bodily injury, now it reverses itself and now pays for you and your family's pain and suffering, medical bills, loss of wages, funeral expenses, and attorney's fees. So that's kind of the discussion with regard to auto. The next topic is going to be about home insurance. With regard to home insurance, a lot of times when you look at your deck page for your home insurance, you'll see 300,000, maybe you'll see 500,000, but I do recommend going to a $500,000 limit minimally, and then you could possibly look at putting umbrellas over that. The reason we recommend that is because on the personal liability for the home, it's the second most used endorsement on a home policy. Pays for things like when somebody trips and falls outside of your house, if a little child falls in the backyard maybe. But a lot of people don't know it also pays if you were to maybe cook something and somebody choked and went to the hospital, or if you're at a restaurant eating outside and you accidentally bump the heat lamp and it falls over and burns a little girl. Those are instances where personal liability has paid out. So we always look at increasing those numbers because of how nominal it is to increase that. If you have any questions, I would advise you to talk to your insurance agent. If you happen to be with us or you're interested in getting a quote or would like to talk with us further about that, we would be honored to take your phone call. Our number is 719-226-7732. And if you want to just click on the link right above you, schedule a time, get on my calendar. We'd be happy to have that discussion. Thanks so much for your time, and we'll talk to you soon.